Very nice.
He was probably the most physically capable person that I've ever known.
But he's determined to still enjoy those same things.
RMASC Adventures.
So yeah, my background with the whole adaptive sports and recreation came about from, first of all, having a sister, Claire, who lives with autism. I was always a very active child growing up and always tried to engage my sister in coming out and being active, whether it was just playing like ball sports in the back garden and going walking and things like that. My main passion though has always been downhill skiing, and when I finished university I went off to work as a ski instructor in Europe and managed to convince my mum, who was a little bit reluctant at the time, to bring my sister out so I could try and have a go at teaching her how to ski. And those 3 days was the most rewarding thing yet that I still have done, and shaped not only my philosophy but the philosophy of the Rocky Mountain Adaptive Sports Centre, where everyone should have the opportunity to be able to be exposed to mountain sport and recreation, and to have that opportunity to find a passion in all the fantastic sport and recreation activities that are available in the mountains. For someone like Remy, not like Remy, but for Remy, he is an inspirational individual. Whether we look at pre-injury or post-injury, Remy is a mountain man. He's an active man. Before his injury, he was a mountain guide, he was a rock climber, he did lots of other team sports. His passion was being active. Post-injury, like, he's still that individual. That individual is inside, and the passions and the desires are still there. And what we've done is enable him with the bits of equipment to get to the climbing sites. So the collaboration between Remy's passion and desires and creativity and our mission to enable all individuals to experience mountain sport and recreation came together to enable Remy to be able to get out and enjoy that. And that led to then going on big hikes, going whitewater rafting, and doing everything. Within our organisation, our staffing levels fluctuate from season to season. We have a slightly bigger crew of staff in the winter to help with our cross-country and downhill programs. So we'll have 14 or 15 part-time staff that work as instructors, and then around about 40 or 50 volunteers. In the summer, we don't have any part-time staff on our crew. It's mainly myself and then our volunteer crew, which in the summer is around about 30 to 40 individuals. What we're finding with the growth of our programming is that, yeah, we're constantly in need of more and more volunteers that would like to come out and share their passions of the outdoors with everyone. So, yeah.
My name's Kent Archer, and I'm a volunteer with Rocky Mountain Adaptive. I've been doing that for about 3 years now, just a little over 3 years. I find, yeah, going out, when I first started doing this, I had the idea that I think I've got a lot to be thankful for, and I should try and share that with other people and, you know, contribute back and give something back to the people around me that maybe wouldn't get that experience. And as a sort of a thing to do good for someone else. But as I got into it and as I started doing more and more, the thanks that you get and the fulfillment that you get in sharing what you want. At the end of the day, you go home thinking, I got more out of this than I put in. You kind of feel guilty because it's, you know, I did this to originally help someone else, and I'm now going to I get more out of it than I put in. So it's a fun balance to have.
One of the main things about being able to offer overnight trips is the experience of the mountains at night. Today is a completely different experience from being there at night on a clear night where the stars are just shining so bright because there's no light pollution. You've got the noises of the wildlife and that around you, to what the other extreme of having a thunderstorm roll through where people think, oh, that's the worst situation possible. But hearing the power of nature just rumbling through the mountains in pitch black, it's just an incredible experience. And We want everyone, no matter what their physical or cognitive challenge, to have the opportunity to share in that same thing. So we're finding year on year the amount of individuals just with the exposure to adaptive sport and recreation and the incredible advancements in technology of different equipment that's available, which is enabling more and more individuals of a variety range of mobility levels, strength, different cognitive functioning levels to be able to come out and enjoy the mountains, is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As we've mentioned, there's a wide range of different adaptive sports equipment which enables individuals to be able to get out into the mountains for a wide range of activities. We've got an example right here of one of our hand cycles. This is top end 4cc, and this bit of equipment is a cross-country hand cycle. So individuals that may be using this bit of equipment would be any individuals that maybe had weakness or very limited use of their legs, but a fairly strong upper body. For example, this could be individuals with paraplegia, different levels of CP where the weakness is more in their legs and they've got strong arms and upper body. Similar to the trail rider and a lot of adaptive sports equipment, it has slight variations with the backrest, which through just changing things here with some tools can adjust the height of the angle of the backrest for comfort. As with the majority of equipment, has strapping to help the individual stay in. That would be the thigh strap there, and then the feet would go out in this position, and we have a foot strap right there. With this, as I said, it's a cross-country bike, so it can go on paved trails, but is also just as useful in going on gravel tracks and anything that was slightly bumpy, which makes it very versatile, especially for being around here in the mountains, and enables individuals to be able to get out to on a whole variety of different trails. For those of you that are bike enthusiasts, you'll see that, apart from the design being different, there's a lot of similarities with the disc brake system there for high-end braking, and a 28 gear bike, which can be changed through here for the cogs, this one, and on here for the cogs down there, which enable it to be able to go very, very fast and also be able to do some pretty intense hill climbs at the same time. This is just one of the hand cycles that we have. We have 6 in our fleet, varying from individuals that would be wanting to come out for the first time. So yeah, from here, sitting in it, it's a very comfortable position. If I was going on a big trail, I'd make sure my thigh strap here was done up and the feet strap as well, but the feet would just get put into this position, and again, feeling very comfortable. And then to propel the hand cycle, this is pretty much the cogs where you go, and you go here, and I can change gear by just flicking there. So, with mountain sport and recreation, obviously it's great to get out in the summer and go whitewater rafting, hiking, biking, whatever your passion is. But being blessed in the Canadian Rockies, obviously we have quite a long winter as well. Winter doesn't mean that the fun stops. In fact, it just means it's enhanced even more. And one of the major sports that we have around is downhill skiing and snowboarding. And with the help of what we have here, Sit-Ski, this is one version of many that are available. It means that individuals with a variety of different mobility challenges are able to come out and enjoy winter sports at the fantastic winter locations that we have around Banff and Canmore. So yeah, this Sit-Ski here is Nissan. It's a Japanese-made one. A couple of the main features. As you can see, it looks pretty high-tech. With that, we have what we call the bucket, which is the seat which the individual sits in with strapping. Those of you that are familiar with snowboarding, you might recognize some of the strapping options available here, which you'd have on a snowboard binding. This would just enable the individual to lock in. The back of the seat has a hinge, so we can adjust it for different seating positions, so people are able to sit more forward or back, which can help with ski performance as they go. It has different handles here, which enables assistants, volunteers or instructors to be able to help with things like chairlift loading or enabling an individual to get up if they fall over, if they're unable to do that on their own, which is possible. Then we've got the foot plate down here where an individual would rest their feet, and obviously just a foot strap right there. Okay. From there, we start getting into some more of the complexities and the fun parts of the ski. For a stand-up skier, they're able to kind of control and maintain pressure by flexing their ankle, knee and hip. For a sit skier, we need to rely on some technology to do that. So as you can see from here, we have a pretty intensive shock system there, which enables the sit ski to be able to compress and flex as it goes. All right. A big common question from here is that when an individual sit skiing, obviously the downhill part is a necessity, but to be able to go downhill, we have to get uphill. So how would a sit ski be able to actually load onto a chairlift? Very simply, this one will be able to extend up to here, and the chairlift will come around, come underneath here, and lift up the sit ski with the sit skier in it, and off you go up to the top of the mountain from there. And then once the individual's sitting in there and that, it goes back down to its ski position, and you can ski and it will move up and down to absorb any pressures, whether you're going over bumps, jumps, skiing hard, fast, slow, whatever your preference and ability allows. When we're sitting in the sit ski in a nice comfortable position, as I said, I can adjust the backrest here by this ratchet strap to make myself in a nice comfortable sitting position. And it can be fairly easy, depending again on an individual's core strength and ability, to be able to balance. Something that's important though, as well as being able to balance in the sit ski, is to be enable it to get turning either from left or right, and being able to come to a stop. So to do that, what we rely on as well for a little bit of help with balance is what we call outriggers right here. All right. And this, as you can see, is pretty much the design of a crutch, like you'd use as a walking aid, but has a ski attachment on the bottom. Okay, it can flick between the ski position and then the crutch position just by a pull on this string, which is called the trigger, which enables an individual to be able to maneuver themselves up if they want to load onto a chairlift like this, and also be able to push forward and back kind of like this, which is way easier on snow. There we go. By putting these down into the ski position right here and being in this position, we're able to ski, get a little bit of balance from the outriggers here going on the snow, and also be able to give us support and balance through turning. All right. With this type of sit ski, which is called a mono ski, again, we'll enable the individual, or how you'll teach turning will be dependent on the individual that is in the bit of equipment. And what we try and do is work from the lowest functioning part of the body. So by that, if we had someone with paraplegia, we would look at where their lowest functioning part or their feeling is and try and get them steering from there. So I could be able to move my core from side to side, which would enable the ski to turn like this. And yeah, otherwise I would start looking up and up depending on where the level of injury of the individual was. So this bit of equipment we have right here is called the Trail Rider. This is the bit of equipment that Remy uses to enable him to summit the mountain that we did on our hike together, and also in the past to access different rock climbing sites as well. The great thing about this equipment, as you can see, it looks fairly compact at the moment, and it can fit actually in the back of any compact wagon vehicle around. You don't need a massive vehicle to be able to transport it. And it's very simple in its design and its ability to actually open up to be able to have someone in a sitting position and be stable enough and lightweight enough to be able to summit a mountain. So from here, these strap-ins just help keep it together when it's compact down. And then we have armrests right here and front handlebars. Those will be attached later. This is a nice cushion to attach to enable some comfort while hiking. Pins just to help lock everything in place. So what I'm attaching here is the front handlebar, which will enable one of our volunteers to be able to hold on at the front, to be able to provide a little bit of manpower to help pull, and also to help stabilize it, or help stabilize the trail rider and keep it nice and balanced. Just a simple pin design, keeps everything locked in place. Now here we have the armrests, which are all fully adjustable to enable our participant to sit in the most comfortable position for them. And there we go. That is the trail rider assembled, which Remy has used many times, and many other people have enabled or used as well to be able to get out into the mountains. With the trail rider, there's two different sets of features. One that is based around the participant that will be inside or sitting on the trail rider and using it, and other features that are there for the volunteers to be able to actually operating the equipment to be able to use with the most comfort and control as well. So first of all, with the participant, now it's fully set up. We have a full cushioning system to enable comfort with the backrest and headrest, which can be adjustable for the individual moving up and down as well, and a cushion here for their bottom and thighs as well. We also have adjustable armrests here, which we can also put padding in these parts for more comfort, and these are adjustable with height and length here to be able again to cater for a wide range of different individual sizes. We've had a participant that was as young as 7 years old and quite small, up to an individual that was in their 60s using this. So this bit of equipment and its ability to be able to change its sizing enables a wide range of individuals to be able to use it, which is great for a program like ours. It also here has an adjustable footrest which moves up and down by just releasing these bits here, again to be able to adjust for different leg lengths and heights of individuals as we go. With what we do, we also have different strapping. So we have a chest strap that would come around here to help the individual stay securely in it, and also a thigh strap here and the foot strap. So when we see the coverage of Remy actually in action in the mountains, you'll see all those done up. The last thing for the participant is some individuals want to be in different sitting positions. So we also have the ability here by just releasing these to be able to adjust the seating position from more upright to quite far back as they go, to again be able to adjust and cater for different individuals' preference on seating positions, and also be able to change that as we go between the hikes as well. For the individuals that are operating it, we have the cushion handlebars just on the back here in 2 different positions, so we can be holding it here or here, depending on people's further professional or personal preference, sorry. And we also have easy access to the brake here. It's quite a nice disc brake system that we've got, which is attached just around, on this side of the wheel here, which enables when we're doing any inclines and moving down, that we can just control the speed there as we go. And the last thing we have, just to help keep it stable when we're in a stationary position, whether fitting the individual into the trail rider, or if we're on a trail anywhere and stopping for a break, that we have this little kickstand right here just to help it stay stable in a stationary position. Just an easy push forward and release and flick up enables that to go there, and we're now in the walk position and we're able to move around anywhere. Move very easily with different pivoting points and go around. And yeah, you can see at the moment I'm doing this on my own, so you can tell that it's actually pretty light bit of equipment, and this enables it to be super maneuverable as well, and enables us to get in some pretty challenging environments. So when we're operating this bit of equipment, the trail rider here, with an individual actually sitting in it, I wouldn't be going along doing this on my own. We'd have at least another volunteer from our program, or maybe a friend or family member of the participant that would be on the front. So we can get our volunteer Kent here just to come in and hold the front. And we'll just do a little demonstration of, for example, how we would do a basic maneuver walking around, and then how we would lift over maybe any tree roots or rocks that we may encounter on the trail. So Kent, if you just start to move forward for me and pivot to your left. Fantastic, we'll just kind of go here, and then we can do a little circle. Then if we were to come over any rocks, Kent would just keep his arms nice and straight, and then the person on the back here could just easily lift up and over to enable us to maneuver past anything. So we'll keep pivoting right, and then we can drop that back down. Thank you very much, Kent.
So when we went out for the hike with Remy in the summer, there was definitely different challenges, but we had a great support crew and support bases to enable that joyous day to happen. The first challenge that came was, with the majority of our programs, we provide a lot of the volunteer support. So we all come along not just with the specialized equipment, but we're also come with staff and volunteers that have been trained how to operate that equipment, and also the considerations involved for the individual's unique needs for that. With this event with Remy, rather than him using a lot of volunteers that he didn't know, he wanted to do this with his friends.
How are you? Good, you? Good. We going up tunnel or what? Hey? Awesome. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, object for today is to get Remy, who's back out in the mountains, up to the top of Tunnel Mountain today. Also, we've got a nice massive crew here. Obviously, we're using a trail rider. I know some of you are used to it. Some of you haven't seen this bit of equipment before. Today is all about providing a trip for our friend Remy, who's come out from Calgary, and he's a big mountain man and loves to be in the outdoors. And we're going to be working together today as a team to enable him to get to the top of Tunnel Mountain, which is one of the major peaks in Banff.
I'm supporting my friend Remy to get out for a hike and enjoy the outdoors and the mountains and get to the top of Tunnel Mountain.
So yeah, we've got a group of about 12 coming up, and it's a great mixture of Remy and his friends, and also some of the Rocky Mountain Adaptive Sports Centre volunteers. I mean, hiking in the outdoors is an exertion. We're at elevation and doing an elevation game, which makes it more complex. The great thing though, that even though we're using a bit more manpower and having to use the specialised equipment to work with Remy to get him up to the top. If we can keep the tension up, there will be a little bit of pull-in as we go over the steps. That's where I earn my money. Well, not money, we do. Try and get my exercise. So yeah, we concertina up. So wait there and pivot, and now tension up. Awesome, great work, team.
It's kind of fun to be out in the mountain again. Mostly be in the mountain. I love this place. It reminds me of memories from the desert was guiding.
So how's things been going, Remy?
Very good.
Excellent. And now that's it, you can tension up. And yeah, we're gonna pivot, Jake. Nice. And tension up, and off we go. If everyone does work together as a team, it doesn't result in there being too much more effort. And that's what it's all about today, is all Remy's friends getting together, working together as a team to make it possible to get Remy up to the top. Then we are there to get to the top of a mountain. Luckily it is quite a small one, but it does have a series of, or a fair amount of elevation gain over a fairly short distance. The trail also has some steps, some routes and some switchbacks, so it does add a little bit of technical difficulty to the trail when we're trying to maneuver the trail rider up the mountain.
Being hooked up to the trail riders, it's like being hooked up to a dog sled. You're pulling the chair up, and it's on a wheel. The wheel is really low resistance, and it's got some cushion to it, so it's quite easy to pull it up. I think it's maybe an extra 15 to 25% effort for if you were just walking. It's all about working together as a team and being with friends and family and having a great experience. So that's an important factor, definitely. It also feels great to support his cause, really, which is promoting being out in the mountains, and it's a really grounding experience, and it's great to be out in the mountains. It's just so important for people to get back to nature.
I think everybody is generous all the time, and they came to help me because without them I could not be here.
For Remy, he's an outdoor man. Even prior to injury, he loved the outdoors, and no matter what challenges or things happen in someone's life, you can't take out the soul of the individual. And yeah, Remy's soul is, from what I've seen in the short time that I've known him, is loving of the outdoors and being outdoors.
Everything is possible. You can do everything. You can climb. You can raft. You can do anything.
It's not important how you're getting to the top. What's important is that you're getting out there. And whether you make it to the top or not, or whether you're walking or getting assisted, I mean, it's just everyone's out for a good time.
I don't want the sky to limit, but this is a good place to start.
We can provide equipment, we can provide volunteers and whatever support necessary. But when you have an individual come out and he comes with his friends, the people he loves and he shares his life with, and they sharing that experience together, it doesn't get any better than that. For us to be able to facilitate this growth, we require a lot of support with our incredible volunteer team. And with that, we would welcome many individuals that would like to come out to the mountains and share their passion with others to come and join our volunteer team. And you can do that by going to our website at www.rockymountainadaptive.com and going to our volunteer page.